everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy September. It's been a while since I've reached out to you all. I'm off work today, so I thought what better day to send a shout out and say hi to everyone here at Meningioma Companion. Today I wanted to talk about two things. One, the importance of sleep. And then two, of course, a quick note on our support groups and to celebrate our 1-year anniversary, which is this month. So exciting. Lately, I've been asked a few times about sleep and how to get proper sleep. And does your sleep get thrown off when you're a brain tumor patient? And I think it varies for a lot of people. Some people don't sleep at all, and they're very unrestful when it comes to recovering from this condition. And other people are wanting to sleep all the time. And both are not good. So too much rest is usually not good, and not enough rest is usually not good. So I recently posted an article on the Meningioma Companion page talking about some kind of tips and tricks for sleep, but I thought I'd come at you and just share with you what has worked for me. And if you're on here, by the way, feel free to say hi. I don't know where your comments will be, but I certainly will try to find them. Hey, Kelsey, I do see you. Okay. No caffeine about 6 hours before you go to bed. So I know a lot of us use the caffeine to keep going because we have a lot of fatigue from our condition. But caffeine can be something that certainly keeps you agitated at night, and so you don't want that if you need to rest. You do want to rest whenever possible during night hours. Our body's clock is meant to sleep at nighttime. So taking long naps during the day only throws that off. It is something a lot of us want to do and feel the need to do, but forcing yourself sometimes to stay awake so that you can get a better, higher quality sleep at night, always really valuable. No alcohol or nicotine or any, like lots of sugars, anything that is going to, again, keep you kind of energized or agitated in the evening, not good. For a lot of us, anxiety kind of creeps up in the afternoons and the evenings when we're home after dealing with the family or going to work. Everything kind of settles in, and our exhaustion and our tired and our anxiety and sometimes our depression kind of kicks into overdrive, and it really tricks our mind, and it keeps that hamster on the wheel constantly spinning, and we have a really hard time calming down. And we use things for distractions like watching TV, playing on our cell phones, reading articles, playing games, whatever. But digital is a disaster for nighttime quality of rest. So you really do have to turn off the electronics at a minimum an hour before you want to go to bed. I say 90 minutes. If you can start a routine where you dim the lights and you turn off electronics, maybe you play some slow kind of jazzy or instrumental music in the background, read a book with some dim lights. Even if you go meditate, just listen to some music and try to do some deep breathing. Take a shower, a warm bath, go in a hot tub, whatever it is that can kind of start to slow you down is always going to set you up for success. If you do find that you need to have electronics on at all times and you want, the TV on all the time, you should get some Blu-ray glasses. I've told some of the gals, or people, guys and gals, in our support groups this. These little guys, I put them on at night around 8 o'clock when I'm on the computer and I'm on my cell phone. They're just Blu-ray glasses. They block that constant light that stimulates us to stay awake from our desktops and our iPads and our cell phones. I think they're you can get them for $10. They have fancier ones that are more expensive, but I keep one at my desk here. I keep one on my nightstand by bed. And as we have electronics on that is past my time to have them on, I keep those on so that at least I start to feel the tiredness set in. You definitely need good hygiene when it comes to going to bed. So aside from the bath or the shower or something along those lines, clean sheets, a comfortable pillow, a nice warm blanket, whatever it is that's breathable for you. If you run hot, nice breathable bedding. If you run cold, very warm, cozy, almost like a weighted blanket. All good ideas for a restful sleep. I used to work in retail. I did a lot of overnighters. I would do 6 to 3 for 4 weeks straight, and then 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. for 7 and 10 days straight. It was pretty much hell. But it really threw my clock off all the time. And when I met this wonderful doctor at USC who helped me with sleep, he said the one thing you have to stay committed to is when you get on a normal schedule, you have to wake up at the same time every day. So that is 6 o'clock for me usually, sometimes 7. And I'm a 6-hour sleeper, so you need to know about how much rest you want to get, as well as what time of day you would like to wake up. And for about 2 or 3 weeks, you really have to force yourself to wake up at that time, even if you only get 2 hours of sleep. And you have to force yourself to stay awake until it's time to go to bed. So I'm a 6-hour sleeper, sometimes 7. So I start my downtime around 10:30. And usually by 11:30, I'm in my restful place. And for sure by 11:30 midnight, my Z's are going. And I'm usually up around 6 or 6:30. And you do force yourself to wake up, even if you don't get any sleep at all. You stay in bed in the hours you're committed to stay in bed, and you wake up exhausted or fully refreshed, whatever it ends up being, and you embrace the day and you power through it regardless. And you do your best to get in sync that way. It's hard to train yourself to fall asleep at the same time every night, because some nights you fall asleep 2 hours sooner than you normally would, and other nights you're up all night. But you can force yourself to wake up at the same time every day, and that's where you can start to establish your sleep patterns. And it takes about 2 to 3 weeks. But once you do it, you'll know you've done it, because you're going to wake up about 5 minutes before that alarm ever goes off, and it's like your clock just knows, okay, this is when I get tired and go to bed, and this is when I wake up. Now, obviously, if you work graveyard or you have kids and you have jobs that kind of make everything crazy, if you travel a lot into different time zones, this can be really challenging. But if you have the ability and you are at home and you can do this, try it, because it really could change your life. And if you do try it, I want you to send me some feedback, because I would love to know how it goes for you. What else might there be to talk about sleep? Don't eat or drink a lot, probably around 7 or 8 p.m. and later, because you don't want to have to get up and use the restroom. You don't want to be so full that you can't fall asleep. You want most of your food to be kind of digested by the time you start to wind down for your sleep time. Do your best to be in a quiet environment. Some of us live closer to airports or train tracks or whatever that might keep us up. If you can get some silencing headphones, again, listen to music and kind of zone out through meditation, and or earplugs, or just bury your head under a blanket and pillows, whatever it is that you need to do. Being in a quiet space where your mind can turn itself off is really important for a deep sleep. You'll know you're getting deep sleep if you have dreams. Dreams are always a really good sign that you are resting well. Some dreams are good, some are bad. Doesn't really matter. As if you're getting them, it means you're getting some pretty deep REM, and that's always what you're looking for. Keep the noise out. As I said, the snoring husband, the dogs that want to use the restroom at 4 in the morning. You really do try to nurture quality rest, especially if you were recovering from brain surgery. The fatigue that comes with post-craniotomy is really unbearable for some people. It takes time. It takes up to 18 months to really start to feel your energy come back. And even when it does come back, I'm not nearly as energetic as I used to be, which is a bummer, because I used to be a real ball of fire. But I do my best to get proper rest, and I do my best not to let my sleep get wasted during the day when I know I really need it at night. Everyone's different. If what you do works for you, if you nap 2 hours in the afternoon and you still sleep 8 hours and that works and your energy is good, then you keep cruising at what you're doing. But for those of you who've inquired about struggling in this arena, that's really my tip for getting a restful sleep. But there's a lot more information on the WebMD article that I posted, and all really good tips. Do what works for you, and if you do find that there's information that you want to share, please do share it. And especially if it's the waking up every day at the same time tip, because it really does. It changed my life. The other thing I wanted to talk about is just a shout out to our Brain Tumor Zoom support groups, BTZSG. It's 1 year. It's the 1 year anniversary this month, September of last year, in kind of peak COVID pandemic. I had already been doing the meningioma companion, kind of some one-on-one sessions with people that were really struggling, that were just connecting with me for kind of peer support. I thought, let's do this via Zoom. Let's bring people together and see if they want to meet and talk about their condition and share and vent and cry and laugh and get mad and do all of the things that we do together in these groups. They have been wonderful. I needed it in more ways than I ever realized. I look forward to every single session. I host about one a week. We've had people from all over the world: Ireland, New Zealand, England, Mexico, even Canada, and then a lot of the states. I got a lot of East Coasters out there. Kelsey, you're one of them. So people really from everywhere, all walks of life, all ages, all conditions, from being on watch and wait and recently diagnosed to watch and wait 3-4 years later to second round battling brain cancer. We really do see it all, and it's a very supportive and nurturing and comforting group. All of the people are really there with the best interest to kind of heal their own depression and anxiety and frustration with the condition, as well as listen and lend that support and success to others, because a lot of us do have really successful craniotomy outcomes. We're thriving in life and doing well, even though we might have our ups and downs. There is a lot to say about being post craniotomy, and then there's a lot to say about taking your time on watch and wait and not rushing into a craniotomy and everything in between, especially, you know, when it comes to dealing with the cancer or radiation or gamma knife and kind of all the other steps that some people have to take given this condition. So there's so many different journeys that we're all on. We all have, you know, a ticket on the same plane, but everyone's baggage looks different. So together we really do cope, and we manage, and we support, and it's really quite wonderful. So for those of you who have been joining in on these groups in the last year, I thank you. Without you, it wouldn't exist. So I appreciate you trusting the process and believing in the platform that I'm providing. And for anyone out there on Meningioma Companion or any other brain tumor page who has not tried a support group via Zoom, I really encourage you to do so. I think that it can be really life-changing for you in a very easy way. You take it from the comfort of your home, whether you're in bed or in the living room or at your desk. It really doesn't matter. I schedule them for 75 minutes. We very often go to the 90-minute mark. We've even gone as long as 2 hours. It really is a very inspirational time to spend with other warriors in this field, in this diagnosis. So we learn a lot. We learn things. I learned things I never thought I would learn. I know more now about shunts than I ever thought I would know. But you know, it's important that we all kind of know the possibilities on this path, because just because you're diagnosed and you're okay doesn't mean it goes away. Doesn't mean the fear and anxiety of it coming back if you've had it removed goes away. There's just a lot of steps in this process, and running from it doesn't work. I've been on this journey almost 10 years, and I had certain phases in my life where I just kind of pretended it wasn't there, and I didn't last very long, because at the end of the day, it's always there, and it's a part of who I am, and it's changed who I am, and my only goal is to bring comfort to that for myself as well as for others, because it really is a very scary diagnosis, and to not take it seriously is a poor choice. And to take it too seriously is a poor choice. We all work to just manage it and meet in the middle as best we can. I don't think anyone had any questions today. I don't see any. I'm not particularly great at this Facebook Live thing. It doesn't appear there's many people out there watching at this time. But I do hope this helps. Even if it helps just one of you, feel free to always email me directly, meningiomacompanion@gmail.com. Again, that's meningiomacompanion@gmail.com. I would be happy to speak with you and be any support that I can to you while you're on this journey. Have a great Tuesday and a wonderful rest of the week, and thanks for listening. Bye.